Hey guys, Preston here. Welcome back to Woods Trading Fishing. Today's video is going to be about beginner bass fishing. So here I've got a lot of things that are good for if you're just getting into bass fishing. A lot of questions that people ask. First off is, what rod and reel do I need for just starting out? So, and then also, does it have to be expensive? So here, we'll carry rod and reels. Rods will carry up to $300-400 rods and reels itself. But you can also buy combos here, so rod and reel together, and they're cheaper too. So for instance, we've got for a bait caster. Now, there is a difference between a bait caster and a spinning rod, if you don't know already. But usually start out throwing a spinning rod. But if you already know how to throw a spinning rod and you want to get more advanced and into a bait caster, which is, I can tell you the benefits of it here in a little bit, but this one, bait caster combo from Daiwa, new for 2025, is the Procaster II combo. So this one retails at $79.99 for the combo, which is honestly very affordable. It's a good, like I said, for somebody starting out throwing a bait caster. So it comes in like 3 different lengths, anywhere from a 6.6 to I think a 7.3. But yeah, we carry those, and it's just a great starter bait casting combo. So if you don't know how to throw a bait caster and you're just getting into fishing, there's also push button spinning reels, like closed face is what they call them. These are open face. So I started out throwing open face, which is just a standard spinning reel. And in my opinion, like, those are good. It's pretty easy to learn. Basically, we got 2 options here from Abu. This one is the Max X combo, and these retail at $59.99. So very affordable once again. It's a great starter. And then this one here is also from Abu, the white one. It's the Max Pro. So you got 2 options here for the starter spinning reels. This one's $99.99. So just another, it's still a good price. And, if you're wanting something a little bit better, that's a good one. But for spinning reels, you can, we could do another video on that, of how, like, kind of in depth, how to use a spinning rod. But just in short, you just hold the line against the rod before you cast. As you're holding the line, you flip the bell, still hold the line with your finger so it don't fall, and then you cast and let go. Flip the bell back down and start reeling. So that's kind of how you throw a spinning rod. Bait caster's a little more complicated. You actually have to press the button and hold the spool with your thumb. If you don't, then sometimes when you cast, if you don't hold the spool, then it's gonna backlash, so it's gonna tangle up, which can be very difficult to get out. So that's just kind of why spinning reels are better, because they don't backlash. But yeah, so that's what I grew up doing, throwing a spinning rod. That's how I learned how to fish. And it's basically, spinning rod, you would hold like this with the guides, where the line goes through the guides. They're gonna be facing down. So you're gonna be holding it like this and reeling, and you can switch the handle from left to right depending on what's more comfortable for you. So that's basically it. And for the spinning reel, that's how you hold it. Now the bait caster is opposite. So you're actually gonna hold it with the guides facing up. That's because the spool is facing up, so you have to thumb it when you're casting. Now most bait casters are right-handed, whereas spinning reels, most of them are left-handed. So it's the opposite because of the way the rod faces and the way you hold the rod. The benefits of throwing a bait caster: you get further casting distance most of the time, and they make heavier models in a bait caster. So for bigger fish, you can fight the fish easier and get them in quicker than you can on a spinning reel. Spinning reels are usually not always for smaller fish. You can catch giants on spinning rods, but spinning rods are designed for throwing lighter baits, and then lighter line. So you can throw heavier line on bait casters, lighter line on spinning reels. So usually on a spinning reel, I throw braided line and then tie a leader to it. If you don't know how to tie a leader, there's many YouTube videos on different leader knots, how to tie braid-to-leader. Basically what I use is Power Pro, just simple Power Pro braid. And the good thing about Power Pro is you can use it for 2 to 3 years if you want to, sometimes even longer. It may fade, but it still stays pretty strong. So usually I use like a 15 to 20 pound test. This one's a hi-vis yellow 15 pound. And like I said, put that on a spinning rod, tie you a leader to it, usually 8 to 12 pound leader. Now if you're not comfortable with that, a lot of people will just throw straight 8 to 10 pound line. Fluorocarbon or monofilament. This one's a Stren original monofilament, 8 pound. So that's actually what I used growing up fishing, as the Stren. And it's a good line. It's cheap, easy to use. But the reason I like braid is because it lasts longer and it doesn't tangle up like on a spinning reel. It doesn't tangle up as easy. So that's good. For a bait caster, I would suggest either a monofilament again, usually 14 pound is a good overall strength. This is the Sunline Super Natural monofilament in 14 pound. Stren makes a good one, like I said, but if you would like to jump to fluorocarbon, I would suggest the Seaguar Basix. It's like $13.49 a spool. There's many benefits of fluorocarbon, such as it sinks faster, doesn't have as much stretch, which can help for hook sets. If you're throwing things like worms or jigs where you got to really set the hook, but if it's something that you're throwing like a topwater or something with treble hooks, monofilament can be really good since it has that stretch. So yeah, that's pretty much the line I use, for spinning and bait casting. Now the lures, keep it simple on the lures. These are the two I grew up fishing. Soft plastics you can't go wrong with, especially fishing like ponds and stuff, which is how I started bass fishing, was just ponds. I never had a boat. My granddad had one, but we would go like a couple times a year at a lake. Most of the time we'd fish ponds. So Zoom, any Zoom soft plastic. You got a white Super Fluke. You got a Gourd Green Lizard. The Super Fluke, you throw weightless. So this here is a 3/0 EWG hook from Eagle Claw. It's just a laser sharp. Comes 15 in a pack, so that's good price, especially for how many comes in the pack. It's like $4.99 per pack. Now the lizards, Gourd Green, like I said, this is the exact color I threw growing up. It's like a motor oil with green flake in it. Fish just love it. And I throw it on a 3/0 as well. This one is a round bend worm hook. So it's a little bit straighter, doesn't have that wide gap like the Fluke hook. 3/0, like I said, laser sharp. This one you put a bullet weights on, so slip the weight on first. This is a 3/16 ounce worm weight, just a lead weight. It's cheap, like I said, just like the hooks. This one comes 10 to a pack, so pretty cheap. And you just slip the weight on. It's a Texas rig, so if you don't know how, just search up how to tie a Texas rig. It's very simple. It's honestly, that's like the #1 bait to start out throwing, in my opinion, is a Texas rig. So Fluke, Lizard, and then if you just want something to tie on and just go fishing and you just throw out and reel in, these two baits here are very good. Original rattle trap from Bill Lewis, 1/4 ounce, chrome and blue. That's the staple for sure. Just an old school color. It's been around for years, but it's just a bait where you just throw out and reel in, and you burn it in. So it's just a bait to really just cover water, catch a lot of fish, and you can catch big ones too. This one here is a Berkley Choppo 90 in a bluegill color. which is just very good for fishing ponds and stuff. You can throw this on a spinning or bait casting, and that's with every bait that I'm showing you here. This is a Topwater, so it's got a little tail that kicks on top. Throw it out and reel it in. It's just a simple bait that a kid can use because he can see the fish blow up on it and just lean into them. You don't even have to set the hook, really. But yeah, you really 4 main baits here: Texas rig, weightless fluke, Topwater, and a rattle trap. So those 4 baits are great to start out fishing. And then, like I said, those combos, the line you put on it, and then there's many knots you can tie to. We'll get into that in a separate video of a couple different knots to tie. So you don't need expensive gear. As I said, all this is very affordable to start out fishing, and then you can grow from there. So hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thank y'all.